Japan. That was easy, wasn't it? They've won every single gold medal. Incredible performances from the Japanese team. What about today, though? After the men's and women's team events and the men's and women's all-around competitions, we go to apparatus finals. The opportunity to see some gymnasts that we haven't seen since the qualification phase, and to see, again, gymnasts who've been dominant forces with their team and in the all-around. We have 2 sessions of competition, 5 finals in each. And good luck to all of the contenders for apparatus glory. We're starting with the men's floor final, where the top performer in qualification, without great surprise, was Luke Whitehouse from the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. And from Leeds Beckett University, Luke Whitehouse, the reigning 3-time consecutive champion of Europe. Well, he has got a very tough challenge to beat this field. It's going to be an excellent start. His own teammate, Sam Mustalfi, leads the peloton. He was 4th in qualification. We will be getting underway in just a moment or two. The athletes are engaging in their warm-up process. We're going to have, as is customary for apparatus finals, the split warm-up system. So 4 will warm up and compete, and the next 4 will warm up and compete. One of the great joys of apparatus finals is that we get time to really indulge in what makes for a successful performance on an apparatus, where the deductions are, where the judges will be looking to award things like bonuses and what those bonuses entail. It allows us to be more forensic. And with that in mind, I'm delighted to be joined today by Blythe Lawrence, who'll do exactly that. Blythe, fresh from rhythmic gymnastics commentary and volleyball commentary at these games. You've been to Berlin and back, and now you're here in Essen, and it's time to stop guessing and to stop messing and to find out who's going to be the floor champion.
It's like coming home. And clearly all eyes are going to be on Luke Whitehouse here. In the qualification round, he had a full point, nearly, of difficulty over every other competitor in this field, and he gets almost all of that on his first pass. A triple back somersault in the tuck position, and he's capable of sticking it. It's that good.
On the subject of people capable of sticking it who are that good, we're going to get started with Marcelo Marques of Portugal, and he picked up the 0.1 bonus, which we'll see perhaps throughout the competition today for men for not moving their feet and securing their final pass or their dismount in a lot of finals. The artistic gymnastics men's floor final is about to begin. Wonderful to have your company for all of the action from Messe Essen Hall number 3. The finalists in the men's floor competition, and the top gymnast in qualification, Luke Whitehouse of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Luke Whitehouse with a score of 14.566. He is the reigning 3-time consecutive champion of Europe. But the Portuguese are excited about their gentleman, Marcelo Marques, who's going to start for them at his 2nd consecutive World University Games. He is a gymnast without enormous difficulty by comparison to Whitehouse, but if all goes well for him, you will see a treat of execution. He's a very elegant performer, lovely athlete to watch. He roared at the end of his qualification routine. He knew he'd done something special. We begin the men's floor final. Marcelo Marques of the University of Lisbon, who represents Portugal, and he is from one of the oldest and most prestigious universities in Portugal, founded in 1911. 13.7 in qualifying. And that's so unfortunate and so unlike the qualifying campaign.
He will lose a full mark deduction for the fall right off the bat. Unfortunate for him, because there is a real sense of refinement and beauty to his work on floor exercise. Just an element like that, front with a double full twist. It's perfectly extended. His legs are straight and locked out, his toes pointed. Wonderful wrap in as well in the twist. It's just very pretty to watch. is the scale. It's a new requirement on floor exercise after the Olympic break.
Excellent work there from Marcelo March, but unfortunately the first tumbling pass will cost.
Let's have another look at the interior of this routine. There once again is the front with double twist. He really does make it look lovely. And these his Wendeschwings, a bit of pommel horse coming to floor exercise. That helps with his difficulty as well. And this is the last pass. Great lift on the Arabian double front. Unfortunately, it does look like both of his feet landed out of bounds, so there should be a 0.3 penalty applied.
It's really unfortunate, isn't it? Because he is such a stylish, such an elegant gymnast, and the performance was, aside from that opening tumbling pass, really delightful. Second consecutive World University Games for Marcelo March. The Portuguese team were lovely to watch in the men's team final, which also doubled as qualification for this set of finals today. 11.8, it really is a big drop in execution from qualifying, and 7 penalty tenths also applied to his score. To Moon Gonyang of the Republic of Korea. He represents Daegu Health College, a medical training institute in Daegu City in the south of the country. He was a standout performer for the Republic of Korea team in their very good effort to get a medal. They were very close. He is quite something, and he won a bronze medal on this apparatus at the Asian Championships with work like that.
Absolutely fabulous opening pass. Very difficult and beautifully executed. The same there as well. 2.5 twist to double front in the tuck position. There was 1 foot out of bounds. That will cost him 1/10 of a point. But the difficulty, oh, the difficulty. All gymnasts have to show some kind of strength hold. He does his in the mana position. That is that extreme pike. And there's his scale, well controlled. Some gymnasts around the world have really been having trouble keeping that under control. And what a landing on his Arabian double front half out. That's a big impression made by this young man.
Well, he's made a big impression throughout the entire competition. He's so impressive. He's just a remarkable, almost revelation. Very, very impressive young athlete.
He certainly qualifies as a powerhouse tumbler. Here's his 2.5 twist. He's got plenty of time finishing the twist and bounding straight into that double front.
It's so interesting. He was not the gymnast that really everyone was focusing on in the Republic of Korea team. Of all of them, one of the least experienced, the youngest in the team, and yet he was the one in that team competition who came out of it looking like somebody that, frankly, gymnastics fans are going to be talking about quite a lot over the next little while. And we can see why. And had the Republic of Korea not had some issues with their lineup, some injury changes they were forced to make, they would have been very likely to contend for a medal.
They are consistently among the top teams in the world.
Well, that's even better than qualification, 13.833. What he's done is lower the execution, but he's found, and this is very good news for him, 4 extra tenths of difficulty. We go to Sam Mustafi of the University of Nottingham, a graduate of business management and a sports scholar. He's now back in Kent, where he's lived for a lot of his life, a lead coach at the great Pegasus Club. 4th best in qualifying. Watch him, he's very good.
What wonderful acceleration on his opening pass. Double twisting, double layout, right from a round off. We don't see that very often. And a 2.5 twist to front layout full as a side pass. He has given away a couple of penalties. He needs to keep his tumbling in bounds and, if possible, stick the landings. Good control on his Y scale.
This is a very graceful, athletic gymnast. Somebody who, now he's finished his undergraduate studies, has declared that his principal focus is going to be on getting a place in the British Olympic team for Los Angeles. He's attacking it with vigour, just like he attacked that floor routine. He knows what he wants, and he's going to go out and try and get it.
It was really quite a gazelle-like performance when you look at the sleek and smooth tumbling and the very precise landings.
What are some of the things that we should be looking for that make his form so good?
Well, certainly straight legs, keeping his legs together in the double salto, trying his best to stick the landings on the tumbling passes, and then things like toe point. It's a very tight, efficient 2.5 twist. Gets it all the way around, there's no question about that. Gymnasts now have to dismount with a double salto on floor exercise, and look at the way that he finishes so early. He is able to open out his body and go for that stuck landing.
One imagines this will do rather well from an execution point of view.
Not bad. I'm happy with it. It's a nice one to end up on. Whatever score comes out. As well as it there.
He was a finalist on floor at the Junior World Championships back in 2019, the first of their kind. There is the current leader. We have another British gymnast to come straight after this. Will he hold on? Just. Sam Mustafi is in second place, 13.733. And he actually had higher execution than Moon, but 2 penalty tenths to come off of his score. He did gain an extra tenth in terms of the bonus for sticking the final tumbling pass, but his difficulty 2 tenths lower than Moon Gon-young. So all of that means that he's 1 tenth below the gymnast from the Republic of Korea. That extra bit of difficulty that Moon found in the final has seen him hold on to top spot. But now what? Here is the reigning 3-time consecutive champion of Europe, Luke Whitehouse, who last time he was in Germany was in Leipzig just a matter of a couple of months ago at the European Championships, where he beat his own teammate Harry Hepworth by hundreds.
Fantastic. Round off, triple back tuck. Such a solid skill for him, and so difficult, worth 9/10 of a point.
And that, Blythe, is why he had a difficulty score, or one of the reasons why he had a difficulty score of 6.1 in qualification, easily the highest.
And let's not discount the rest of this routine. Every single pass is really hard. Running front double pipe. And a triple twist side pass. Many of the gymnasts only do a double.
Yes, I think it's safe to say the leaderboard might be about to change. Luke Whitehouse from Skircote Green in Halifax in the north of England. He was 6th on floor at the Olympic Games in his debut in Paris. Beautiful gymnastics. Now, we've used the term triple on a couple of occasions. Clyde, let's break this down.
The triple tends to mean either triple salto, 3 somersaults in the air, just like we saw on his first pass, or triple twist, which is 1 somersault, but a 3 twists crank. That was actually 2.5 in the forward direction.
But he does on a couple of occasions produce some triple skills, and that differentiates him from a lot of the other competitors.
Particularly when the gymnasts are not using the full diagonal, when they're going to the side, what we call a side pass. If you're able to get a lot of twists in there, or some double salto elements, as we sometimes see, it helps with the difficulty tremendously.
And it should still be a very high execution score for Great Britain's Luke Whitehouse. He will be graduating next year from Leeds Beckett University, a well-known sporting institution and well known for its gymnastics presence. We've got quite a few from Leeds Beckett here at these games across a number of sports. He aspires to be a sports therapist. He also aspires to be the World University Games floor champion. He may well do it. Luke Whitehouse, 14.566. Now, we do not know whether anyone is going to have difficulty to combat that. And they are likely going to have extreme difficulty trying to match it. He's well and truly in the gold medal position. That's exactly the same score as he produced in qualifying. Golly, that was quite good, wasn't it?
One of the highest compliments one can bestow on a gymnast is to say that he or she makes a lot of difficulty look very easy. Luke Whitehouse does that.
That is why it's so important in the time that we have in these finals, because there's more time to look at the routines in detail, more time to explore the replays. Why it's so important to remind ourselves of those extra rotations of the body that he manages to get in that others perhaps don't, particularly with that opening tumbling pass for triple back. That's how things look at the moment. Whitehouse, Moon, Mostelfi, 1, 2 and 3, 4 to come. We continue with this men's floor competition. And now a chance to watch the gymnast who produced the strongest execution score in the preliminary stage. His difficulty was a full mark lower than Luke Whitehouse, but he came in as the second best qualifier because, frankly, the clarity of his gymnastics was exquisite. Not that it's a surprise to see beautifully executed gymnastics from a collegiate athlete from the United States of America. This is Tate Costa, based in Illinois.
In the qualification, he was extremely efficient with his landings. Everything was either stuck or very nearly stuck. That a more significant deduction than the first pass. On floor exercise landings, the deductions tend to be small, medium, or large, depending on how much the feet move. So we can think about 1/10 of a point, 3/10 of a point, or 5/10 of a point. There was also just a slight flicker of hesitation in his compulsory press handstand. That will also be a small deduction. Two and a half twist to front layup. The legs bent slightly on the final element. Again, something that will cost perhaps 1/10 to 3/10 of a point.
He's a very impressive young gymnast, Tate Costa, from the state of Rhode Island, and he is the collegiate horizontal bar champion from last year. He's also been a national championship medalist on vault. He might struggle to get towards the 8.866 execution score in qualifying, particularly because of moments like that.
It looked like he just opened out of the pike a touch too early. He might have held on to that for half a second more. But he was also obviously trying to stick the landing. And then right here, there's a slight hesitation there. He gets it back under control quickly, though.
And for those of you who are newer to watching the sport of artistic gymnastics, I think it's important just to remind yourself at all times that execution starts at 10 and is calculated by deductions. Anything that is a deviation from the prescribed correct form in the code of points, the dossier that governs the sport of gymnastics and that is used as a guide for how everything should be performed. So when we observe small things like a little landing issue or a hesitation handstand, that's because the assumption is everything starts at perfection and works down from there. With difficulty, it's the other way around. It starts at 0 and works up. So difficulty is positively marked, execution is negatively marked. And I know that is common knowledge to many of you watching, but it also is new information for a lot of you. So hopefully that's a good way to think about it. Difficulty 0 up, execution 10 down. The athletes are sitting right in front of the big screen. He just saw the score of Moon Gone Young, which they flashed up, and he thought it was his score for a moment. There is a continued wait for Tate Costa's score. He is a major in statistics with a minor in mathematics. So if we've got any issues with the scoring system, he can go and fix them. He'll understand the code of points as well as anyone will understand it. Very bright individual. He's a fan of the sport of spike ball, by the way, which is a very interesting one, worth having a look at. 13.5 for Tate Costa. 4th at the moment. There is the leader still, Luke Whitehouse, and he has a gap of over half a mark. So strong has the competition been at these World University Games that this gentleman, who is the reigning Olympic all-around champion, did not qualify for the all-around final. His own teammates were so strong that they actually classified him out under the 2 per country rule. He was the 3rd best but the top two above him were Japanese. So now we see Oka Shinosuke wanting to get an individual medal and wanting to get an individual title. Can he do it?
And look at the height on his double front in the opening pass. He's got loads of power. Double layout, full out, second pass, and so much variety to his tumbling as well. This is something we haven't seen yet in an apparatus final on floor exercise here. The flare sequence up through the handstand. There's the mana position, and he'll press up into a handstand. Hold that for 2 seconds. Great control. Authoritative landing from the 2.5 to front layout. And look at the detail. Attention paid to the Y scale. Double layout to end, and that will certainly receive the stick bonus.
You think? That was possibly the double layout of the entire games. Beautiful from Oka Shinosuke. That might just be the gymnastics there of somebody who has been waiting for his opportunity, having had to enjoy the all-around final as a spectator. It is absurd to think about the performance he delivered in Paris last year when you add in that he has never even competed at a senior world championships.
And one thing that's kind of remarkable about his tumbling is the sense of control that he has. He almost seems to be restraining himself. One has the idea he could launch himself higher and further if he wanted to. But for the execution, is doing something maybe easier than he's actually capable of.
Surely this is going to be the highest execution score we've seen. He got 13.7 in qualifying. I don't think it's going to be that. 14.366, 2/10 away from Luke Whitehouse, and indeed the execution score 8.866, the highest that we've seen. But Whitehouse has held on by virtue of his superior difficulty, which is 7/10 of a mark stronger than Oka Shinosuke.
Even for the Olympic champion, going up against someone who opens with a triple tuck is quite a tall order.
What a lovely floor final this is. Here is a gymnast who absolutely is a contender. Dmitry Patanin, 24, he's from Kazakhstan. He studies at Karaganda State University, one of the largest in the country, and he was the third best in qualifying with the second largest execution score. Things like that.
That will help his campaign a lot. It's both difficult and beautifully precise. He's just not giving anything away on these landings.
He does have a small move in the scale, but it's minimal. It's just by the context of everything else he's done, it looks enormous. Dear, oh dear, oh dear, Dmitry Patanin, that was a work of art.
Well,
It It looks like he's not entirely sure who Dimitri Patanin is, but he's heard of him and he thinks he might be quite good. You know that reaction you sometimes see from a gymnast where they walk off the floor and it's verging on an out-of-body experience they've just experienced.
A sort of, did I really just do that routine kind of feeling. This was fabulous. It began with the double twisting, double tuck. There's a very slight movement of his right foot, but the deduction will be extremely minimal. And from then on, he just put his feet down and didn't move them. And it's not just the execution. These are difficult tumbling passes, world class.
And he's not just good when he lands, he's good in the air.
That too.
That's one of the best executed floor routines I think you and I have seen all year.
Without a doubt.
In any competition, anywhere in the world. Those of you who watch a lot of World Cup competition will know that gymnasts from Kazakhstan tend to have, across all apparatus, very good form. They're very technically precise, they're very elegant, so it's no surprise to see this, but that was a special level of quality from Dimitri Patanin. A lot will depend on his difficulty score, which was 5.2 in qualification, not enormously high. We've got a 6.1, a 5.4 and a 5.6 in the medal positions at the moment. And I will tell you, by the way, that it's 13.933 that holds bronze. Moon Gong-young's score has gone up by 1/10. We'll come back to that. He waits. Oh, nearly. 13.9. Now, I wonder if he's going to challenge this, because his difficulty is 5.1, and he was given a 5.2 in qualification. 13.9 the score, and he's missed out on a place on the podium by 300ths or thereabouts. Very close. Altinhan Temirbek is the last gymnast to go in this men's floor final. He was the 9th best in qualification with a score of 13.666. He will need about a third beyond that to get onto the podium. He too is a very nice gymnast to watch.
It's a difficult opening pass, but he does take a step forward, so that will cost him 3 to 5/10 of a point, and then the penalty for going out of bounds with one foot, also 0.1. You mentioned, Ollie, the quality displayed by the men from Kazakhstan. We've seen it on the World Cup circuit this spring. They have a lot of young gymnasts, all of them very promising. It's a team that's on the rise.
A lot of them, and a lot of the gymnasts from the generation before, are students of coaching. And that surely is going to help enormously. He's very nice to watch, the 19-year-old Altinhan Temirbek. Promising work. Has brought to a close the men's floor competition, and it was a thrilling one.
Absolutely. And he certainly has his place in it. His opening pass, double twisting, double tuck. He does the same thing at the end, just -1 twist. Circle into Wendeschwings.
He is a young man studying at the South Kazakhstan Pedagogical University, named after the Deputy Minister for Culture of Kazakhstan, or a former Deputy Minister, in Mr. Janibekov, who himself was a schoolmaster. So he is somebody who'll be learning about the craft of teaching, about the craft of coaching, while himself studying as a gymnast, like so many of his teammates. There's our confirmation that Moon Gon-young has had his score increased by 1/10, and that's due to getting that stick bonus for the final tumbling pass. It wasn't initially awarded to him, and it's vital because it's the reason that he is on the podium ahead of Dmitry Patinin. Originally it was 13.833, Patinin 13.9, but Moon's score now 13.933. Very good performance from Temirbek, 13.766. He finishes 5th, and for the first time at these games, a nation other than Japan wins a gold medal. It is the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. It's Luke Whitehouse of Leeds Beckett University, who is reading a degree in sports science, and he is going to be reading headlines about himself once again. He can't stop winning.
No, he can't.
And that's a very useful habit to have as an athlete.
Well deserved for Luke Whitehouse.
Anytime you can beat the reigning Olympic all-around champion in any final, in any competition, you will be feeling very good about yourself. And he has actually developed a habit of beating Olympic champions, because he's also beaten Artyom Dolgopyat on more than one occasion to win the floor title at the European Championships. Orka Shinosuke takes the silver medal. Moon Gon-young of the Republic of Korea will win a much-deserved bronze. The classified results in the men's floor competition. Moon Gon-young of the Republic of Korea takes the bronze medal by hundreds over Dmitry Patinin of Kazakhstan. Orka Shinosuke of Japan is the silver medalist, and it is Luke Whitehouse who wins the first gold medal, not by a Japanese gymnast or a Japanese team at these games. Let's have a look back at how the medals were won. Bronze, silver and gold. Scenes of celebration at Rhine-Ruhr 2025 and the medal ceremony for the men's floor exercise.
Artistic Gymnastics Floor Final. Meine Damen und Herren, die Sieger und Gerät und Bodenfinale der Männer. Please welcome the medalists. Bitte begrüßen Sie die Medaillengewinner. The medals will be presented by. Die Medaillen werden überreicht von Johanna Kratt, Artistic Gymnastics International Federation, Technical Delegate, technische Delegierte des Internationalen Turnverbandes. The gifts will be presented by. Die Präsente werden überreicht von Kim Bui, formerly gymnast, three-time Olympian, a member of the IOC Athletes Commission, ehemalige Spitzenturnerin und dreifache Olympiateilnehmerin sowie Mitglied der IOC Athletenkommission. Third place and bronze medalist representing Republic of Korea. Dritter Platz und Gewinner der Bronzemedaille für die Republik Korea, Moon Kyung-yang. Second place and silver medalist representing Japan. Zweiter Platz und Gewinner der Silbermedaille für Japan, Oka Shinosuke. First place, gold medalist and Rhein-Ruhr 2025 FISU World University Games champion, representing United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Erster Platz, Gewinner der Goldmedaille und der Rhein-Ruhr 2025 FISU World University Games für das Vereinigte Königreich von Großbritannien und Nordirland, Luke Whitehouse. Ladies and gentlemen, the FISU Anthem. Meine Damen und Herren, die FISU-Hymne. Ladies and gentlemen, your Rhein-Ruhr 2025 medalists. Meine Damen und Herren, Ihre Rhein-Ruhr 2025 Medaillengewinner.
And there they are, the medalists in the men's floor competition in artistic gymnastics. at the Rhine-Ruhr 2025 FISU World University Games.